Hi, my name is Taati Sibolile and I'm a Namibian fashion designer, and you can find me on Instagram at Taati Sibolile Official. Well, my sister was there, so I think she called people, to be honest, because then I got calls directly to my phone. But it was very up and down. As soon as we got off stage, then there were reporters, like journalists and everything. I think it must have been about an hour, hour and a half at least before I could actually look at my phone and start responding. But yeah, my sister was there and she's my person, and she would have been the first call, but yeah, she did the calling for me. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she called my mom first. Pretty sure. We always tend to complain that we never have enough opportunities, so they don't come around often. And that is what ultimately made me enter, because it's all good and proper to complain, but then you never take advantage when the opportunity does arise. So it was like, I've got nothing to lose, so why not? On a scale of 1 to 10, like infinity. I graduated in 2012, traveled 2013, started establishing my brand 2014, with the paperwork with Ministry of Trade and so forth. And since the last 3 years, it's been really a lot of groundwork. And in any field, you're always waiting for your big break, especially in the creative field. And this is it for me, It's literally, you've been slaving away. I got to a point actually where I was like, maybe I just need to either, do something with my life or, move to where I can actually make it, have a decent go at it, because fashion industry in Namibia is very, very small, So on a scale of 1 to 10, like infinity, this is the break I've been waiting for, so all systems go. Not actually. It's more that if I wore that here in the streets, people would look at me like I was crazy. And as much as I'm all about self-expression, one, I don't really go out that much anyhow. And two, I get very tired of answering the same questions over and over again. So I can't wait to get to Johannesburg where I can finally dress exactly how I want, and people can be like, oh my gosh, I love your style, or, I don't like your style, but at least there's no, but, what is this? Which is what you often get when you're here, because people tend to be not necessarily more conservative, but more mainstream, So it's, yeah. The one dress, the cocktail dress, I've had quite a few people interested initially when I did the collection, but the amount of people who actually ended up wearing them it's a joke compared to how many people were interested, because then they just as soon as I say fine, okay, here's the dress, then they're like, oh, but it's so out there. I'm like, is it really though? Have you seen Alexander McQueen? No, we don't take enough risks, unfortunately, but I'm hoping it changes. I'm hoping we all get into a space where we can feel comfortable expressing ourselves. And if conservative or mainstream is how you feel you can express yourself, then so be it. But I do feel that there are people, who can definitely go or take more risks, and they just don't feel comfortable in doing so. The fashion industry is very daunting. It's very cutthroat. It's one of those, if you don't show your best foot forward the first time round, they judge you on what you show and there's no second chance. So firstly, be very sure of your product and your brand identity. Be very, very sure before you put yourself out there, because if you're unsure, the questions will come, and if you can't answer them, they will rip you apart and they'll forget about you if you don't stick in their minds, if you don't make an impression. Secondly, like I said in the beginning, in our country, we don't often get opportunities. But when they do come, no matter how big it is or how overwhelming it is, you have to believe in yourself. Take that step, because you literally have nothing to lose. If you're just aiming to be at home sewing on your little sewing machine for the rest of your life, then that's fine, it's your call. But if you have hopes and dreams of, building a sustainable business, you're going to have to take opportunities, and you're going to have a thick skin, because fashion is very subjective. It's not like 1 + 1 will always be 2 no matter where you are in the world. Your beautiful structured skirt works with some people, doesn't work with other people. Those who feel it doesn't work with them, because people in fashion, they're opinionated, or they like to let you know, and you need to have a thick skin and take criticism. If it's negative, you need to be able to take it constructively, because you do get some people who really sort of go out of their way to try to break you down. You need to get to a point where you can say, okay, this one is being really negative, but this is how I'm going to spin it to benefit me and improve my product. So be sure of who you are in your product, take opportunities, and have a thick skin, and you've got to go for it. And you must absolutely always believe in yourself. Oh, and hard work, because in fashion you don't sleep. Everyone knows this. So if you're getting enough sleep and you're feeling rested, maybe you're doing something wrong. No jokes. If you're organized, and you can manage a good team, you can manage to get together a good team, then it's also, but as long as you're also very prepared to work hard. Yeah. Thank you.